Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mad Lads Live. I hope everyone's doing well this evening. I know that it's been a handful of days. But yeah, it's been. God, I'm exhausted. I'm fucking wiped, man. This has been an absolute weekend. So I hope that everybody's doing well. We're going to be doing some very interesting things this evening. You see, people have been asking me for a couple weeks now to give the Sentient Sands mod a try. So I figured, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do the thing. Yo, first stream I caught, prepared to have a good time. I'm excited to have you here. We're going to be doing something new this time. So we finished up the Star Wars series a couple episodes ago. We've done a few random streams over the course of the entire Star Wars Sith Reborn series. People kept asking me about trying the Sentient Sands mod, and actually the developers of Sentient Sands reached out to me on TikTok and asked if I would do some stuff on their mod as well, which I was gonna do anyway. But here we are. So I plugged it in. I've messed with it for like an hour-ish, give or take. Not enough time to really dive into like the meat and potatoes of everything, but enough time to kind of understand like the control scheme and kind of how it works. So there is issues. So for anyone who's not familiar, basically Sentient Sands, what it does is it plugs in an LLM in the background of Kenshi, so you can actually communicate with NPCs. You can ask them to do things. You can issue commands, and they will respond to your commands. You can convince NPCs to sell you the gear on their back. You can make enemies. You can create friendships. You can form alliances. You can have people follow you, form contracts, sell things, buy things, all of that stuff through actually typing out dialogue. And you can actually cause your faction, like alliance, to change. You have relationships with individual NPCs, and in addition to all of that, everything that you say and do will spread throughout the world in rumors. The world will act even more independently than it already does, and it helps make the world feel more alive. So it's a really cool concept, and I'm excited to try it out. I want to do a series with it, but before I do that, I need to play with it some more. And I thought it'd be a good opportunity to test it out and play with it on stream. So here we go. So we're gonna start out with just the normal like wanderer start. I'm not gonna do anything crazy or different on this one. So it's there. You should start doing RimWorld content too. I would love to do RimWorld, except one, I don't have it, and two, I'm really hesitant to try RimWorld because from a visual standpoint, I don't know. I just don't really like the art style for it. It's one of those things where I can appreciate the concept of it, but the art style really is just not for me, not my thing. All right, so I'm not going to. This whole stream is basically just me screwing around. Trying to figure out like a little bit more about it, play with it, what we can do, what we can't do, before we get started on a series. So I'm not going to do too many edits or anything like that. I do think I'm gonna make a Shek though. I think that'll be interesting. We can do some interesting things with a Shek character. With this kind of a mod, like I said, I've played with this like a little bit, right? I've played with it a tiny bit, but the real potential of it is still kind of lost on me. I love RimWorld, but it's for $150+ for all the DLC. That's honestly like I played the Total War series. I'm not one to complain about that too much. RimWorld is extremely deep once you get past the 2D look. It's not even the 2D look that I don't care for. It's the literal art style of it that bothers me a bit. It's just not for me. I'm sure I'll give it a try eventually. Enough people ask me to do it, so you get used to it, just like Kenshi. Well, the way that I got used to Kenshi was I made Kenshi not look like poo. It's that I fixed it. I made it better. All right, so we're gonna start out in the hub. So I did, like I said, probably like I don't know, like an hour or so of testing with this so far. So I know like the control schemes. So the way that this works is you have your profiles where you can set up your profiles and stuff. Mine is this was one that I was doing for one of my test runs. And then you got different campaigns, so you can actually carry over the information from your campaigns with all the AI information and everything um, into different games. So you can play different characters that exist in the same world that has been developed through the campaign, which is really really cool. War Tales is pretty good, but many people hate most of the DLC, which is pretty valid, to be honest. So I have War Tales, and I also dislike much of the DLC because the DLC is very lackluster. The one that really like finalized for me that like I don't think they're going to give you a good DLC was the Fiefdom DLC. They made it seem like you were going to be able to like build up your castle and like have your castle and like actually defend it, and there was going to be siege mechanics and like you could own a kingdom, and they kind of fucked it. They kind of bungled it. So I love how Kenshi is plunging the renaissance for Kenshi mod. Yeah, dude, Kenshi really switched things around. Kenshi is like the advent of like the fall, like the Skyrim script extender or like stuff like that. Like it's huge. It was huge. Kenshi is changing the game, and ultimately Kenshi is kind of keeping Kenshi alive even longer into the next phase when we finally get Kenshi 2. So all right, we're gonna go into the default. We're gonna load that in, switch to the default. So. Yeah, the way that this works is whenever you meet somebody, they will be entered into this dialogue tree. So these are all the people I'm assuming that are in the hub right now, and they all have different personalities. They all have different backstories and stuff like that. And these are things that I've overheard. Things along those lines from different things. So these are all developed NPCs, different characters and stuff like that. So what we can do is we can go up to any one of them. We're gonna say over here, this is Hobbs. So I'm gonna go ahead and type and be like, hey, how you doing, my guy? Okay. And the first one, I've noticed the first one always takes half a second to like really pick up. Like it's that first one. After the first one, it starts to happen a lot faster. But that first one takes a minute for it to kick up. There it is. All right, just another day scraping by, Shek. What brings you to this corner of the hub? Came here to find a good drink and a new sword. What about you? So I ask him questions, things happen. I need this, but in Spanish. Looking for cheap ale and a blade, huh? I'm hunting for scraps to sell, maybe a bite to eat if luck's on my side. This actually, I'm pretty sure this translates into Spanish because the LLM will just respond to whatever language you put into it. So if your game is in Spanish, it should just read it on the back end and go Spanish. So that should be there. Like I said, so for anybody who just joined, I noticed we just got a bump in viewership. So anybody that just joined, this is the test runs for what is going to end up becoming the new series that I want to run. But I want to like play with Sentient Sands for a little bit and see kind of how it's doing. So tonight it's just kind of like a relaxing screw around, see how we can push the system, what it can do, what it can't do, where it struggles, all of that stuff. Yes, Sentient Sands, people. All right, looking for a cheap ale and a blade, huh? I'm hunting for scraps to sell, maybe a bite to eat, if luck's on my side. Looking for scraps to sell, huh? What about that coat of yours? I'll buy it for we'll say 500 cats. So I'm gonna see if he'll sell me his cat. Boom, 500 cats. You ready? Deal. So now it's going to take 500 cats, and I just got his coat. He literally just sold me his coat for 500 cats. Random NPC. Random NPC. I just talked to him, said, hey, what are you doing? He said, I'm looking to sell stuff. I said, oh, sell stuff? I'll buy you your coat for 500 bucks. And he just took 500 cats from me and sold me his coat. Easy peasy right there. Boom ski. Love to see that. Love it. So now I have a coat. I have this fancy ass coat. Honestly, stunning stuff. Stunning stuff. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the bar. This is the greatest thing I've seen in a very, very long time. Yeah, it's crazy. So there is bugs. There are bugs that I noticed because again, I played with this a little bit over the last day or two in my the very little free time I had. But it varies. So there are bugs, but the potential is wild. Can you buy a samurai's armor? You can buy a samurai's armor, but here's the thing. Every NPC has their own story, their own, the way they behave based on their factions, their backstory, their character traits, all of which are listed in the profile editor. So this guy is Dior. We're going to find his profile. We'll go to Hobbs, actually. We just talked to Hobbs. Hobbs is a pragmatic survivor who trusts his own wit over any factions. He roams the waste looking for his next decent meal and a safe place to rest his weary bones. This is every conversation that we've had and all of that stuff. Different NPCs will respond differently. So last night I did a couple tests with like the Holy Nation, and I was trying to convince High Inquisitor Seda to give me a sword. Okay. And the way that I did it was I made my character's profile that he was a former member of the Holy Nation Army. He fought in Bast. His brother was a High Inquisitor. His brother passed, and he at the beginning of my game, I had gone to High Inquisitor Seda basically to report the death of my character's brother and request his armor and his weapons so that I could carry on his legacy in the fight for for the Holy Nation. So like I could fight in his honor, and he refused because the armor and the weapons were considered holy relics to him, and they belonged to the Holy Nation, not to any individual, so it wasn't his to pass down, which I thought was a really cool thing to do. Can you convince Igor not to kill you? Absolutely. And you can piss off factions. You can piss off individual factions or individual people. You can join factions, create alliances, have people follow you. You can have people join your squad. You can have people working in your base. Like, you can literally have a whole thing with people. So, the one thing that I have noticed is trying to convince actual shop owners so far. This is one of the bugs that I've run into. Trying to convince people that are already shop owners to sell you things will result in them taking the money, but you not getting the item, which I thought is weird. I thought that was really weird. Can you get new lore out of NPCs like skeletons? Yeah, but I wouldn't trust whatever they say. Do remember that this is still an LLM. There is a degree of mistakes. Like, one issue I was having last night is that as a human, everybody was referring to my character as flat skin. Even the Holy Nation were calling them flat skin. Can you convince shopkeepers to give you stuff for free? Not for free, because there's an issue with shopkeepers specifically giving you stuff, at least that I've experienced, but you can have them give you a discount, which I thought was really cool. The skeleton on the table is dominating. Okay, all right, hold on. Let's talk to the skeleton and see what he has going on. So we're gonna chat with him. So there's 3 different types of discussion too. There's whisper, where I will only talk to the character that I'm talking to, only they will hear it. Talk, where people in the immediate vicinity will hear it. They will not join in unless it's relevant to them, but they'll like log it in their notes, in their internal notes. And then yell, where everybody can hear you. Everyone can hear you. But you can fix those bugs, right? There's a console thing to modify the AI. I think there is. Yeah, I'm still learning about it. I've only done this mod for probably about an hour now. I'm still working with a lot of this stuff. The AI settings and stuff are here. I'm using the default free model. I'm not paying for that shit. I don't have the time, the money, or the energy to do that, but it is here. There's also a byproduct of your discussions is rumors will start to form. So you can see here, world event. You can see here's a world event. So hold on, I think I did a E-tab the other day for this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Anyway, so the desert says the road south of Stack is cursed. Anyone who leaves the town with a band of drifters on an escort ends up waking up in a cell with their loot vanished. Well, a cloaked figure roams the dooms, knocking... Oh, actually, a new one just popped up. Hold on. They whisper that a faceless striker roams the hub's main corridor, knocking out any one bandit, herbivore, or even trade ninjas, while the ancient labs and lagoon towns flip hands every few hours, like a dealer shuffling cards, leaving every wandering nomad to wonder if the real danger is the blade or the unseen fist that drops them unconscious. So someone has been knocking people out by the hub. And people have been talking about it. Rumors are spreading, right? And those rumors can spread to other parts of the world. And if you go to like the Holy Nation cities or like the United Cities or anything like that, and you're like, hey, like they recognize you from the things that you've done, or maybe you were integral to those rumors, or even if you weren't, you'll either hear about them or people will comment on them. Really, really, really tough. Is there a chance of the AI going down a spiral and becoming incomprehensible? I've seen that happen before in other projects. I'm told that sometimes the AI on this can be a little doomery, like they can be kind of like pessimistic. Just because of the way that Kenshi's system is and like the way that they're described. But there's a couple ways to, I guess, offset that, where when someone like joins your squad, you can set parameters for your squad. So like one of the things you can do is in your profile editor, you can set the description of your faction, right? So you can describe your faction and what they do, right? And then when you speak to your compatriots when someone joins you, you can be like, you uphold the like the doctrine of our squad. You are to remain positive and work for the betterment of our faction. And that usually it'll add that into their profile, and that usually helps keep them from kind of going kind of doomery. But I haven't seen it go full potato yet, but it very well might. You know, these things are very experimental, very experimental. Okay, so we're walking around here. We got some trade ninjas. They're here. They're here. Oh yeah, and people will have radiant conversations too. It's not just about you. Radiant conversations happen too. So they'll talk to each other. They'll get in fights with each other. They'll argue with each other. Like it's there. You know, they'll interact with each other the whole nine. They're here. Who is they? Holy Nation Outlaws. Who are you screaming at? Skeletons. So you're afraid of skeletons. Okay, so you're freaking out about skeletons. So I'm going to come out here. I'm going to tell her to shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. No one cares about skeletons here. If you're that worried, go back to the Holy Nation. My lord. I'm going to tell her to shut the hell up. See how she responds. I find that when you're talking to people that are on the move, pausing it's the best way to do it. The mod still runs in the background as it's paused, which is good. Which mob? Sentient Sands. Sentient Sands. So it's generating a profile for her, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes, like I said, that first interaction can take a second, and then after that, the interactions are there. Your words bleed more than the desert sun, flat skin. Yeah, see this? This is because it's reading the game files where it'll say /flat skin, and it's supposed to be replaced with your name. But it's not. Does the LLM run locally, or how does that work? So there's a bunch of different ones you can use. You can plug your own in, or you can use a local one, or you can use the one that they have set up for free that is designed specifically for this. I'm using the free one because I don't have an LLM on mine, because like I don't really use it. Well, I don't really use like AI chatbots and stuff. I have like a brain and don't need it usually. On occasion, I'll use one online for like sorting my notes, but that's really about it. So I use the one that they created for this that's free. So you just have to use it. I use the player 2 one. So okay. Okay, so your words bleed more than the desert sun, flat skin. I'll be where I choose, not at your bark. Okay, so she's freaking out about skeletons. I'm not saying you can't stay here. Here. Just that yelling about skeletons is gonna end up with you getting killed. So shut it. Gotta give her a little bit of sass. You know what I'm saying? Your tongue is as sharp as a rusted blade, but remember the holy fire burns those who tempt fate. Keep your voice lower, you'll feel the sting of my hand. Me with your best shot, flat skin. I am not afraid of you. Yeah, NPC dialogue is all very similar to pretty doomer, but that's on par for the course. No joy in the wasteland. Yeah, that's one thing I have noticed is that the dialogue sometimes can feel kind of the same. How does this play with something like Reactive World? So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Imagine Agnew speaking eloquently with this mod. Imagine it. You want to taste the holy fire? Remember the sun burns all who stand in its glare. Either fight me or fuck off. I'll not waste my strength on a reckless flat skin. Keep calling me flat skin. I'm just going to call her a coward. Cowardice is a thin veil. Step forward and you'll taste the holy fire. Dude, I'm about to fucking beat the shits out of her. This is my companion mod that I was building the other day. Which I will be revisiting, I think, Wednesday. We'll continue working on Gearlock here for our custom companion mod. So yeah, we're making progress. Although, you know, I think we are going to bring this boy with us. Do it. Welcome aboard. All right, so he's going to come with us. Now, cool thing about this this mod is that it tends to. Are you using the free model or a subscription model for the AI itself? Free model. Free model. Totally free. I ain't paying for that shit. I don't pay for that shit. Absolutely not. Oh man, Gearlock is a sick name, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. He's gonna end up being released on the workshop once he's fully done. But I want to build him almost entirely on stream. I'm gonna work on him maybe a little bit off of stream, but I think he's gonna be one of those things that I build on stream with you guys, and then when he's ready and in a state that I feel confident that you know, people will enjoy him with in terms of dialogue and all of that stuff, we'll release him to the world. You know. Can you use speech to mess with shopkeepers? You absolutely can. You absolutely can. So one thing I have noticed is that, and if anybody knows how to fix this, do let me know. Your manner of speech is locked, at least as far as I can tell, to whoever your main character is, your first character, right? So I can talk to my character, right? Like I can talk to Gearlock from Hewitt, but I cannot, however, talk with Gearlock to say this slave trader, because it will come from Hewitt. If anybody knows how to change that, how to flip that, for sure. But as of so far, as far as I can tell, I can only use one, like the main character as the face, the voice of the party, which is why I want to use this on a solo playthrough, because I think that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. But, you know, it obviously requires proper testing, which is what we're doing here tonight. So these are slave traders. So I'm going to see about joining the slave traders. Who's the leader here? Following the leader. He was running this operation. Wandering trader. So I'm assuming you're the leader since you're the wandering trader. Yeah. Insult the slave traders. I'm going to yell it too so everyone can hear. We don't want your kind here, fucking slave mongers. Find another town to bother. Alright, so I'm gonna yell at him. We're gonna see what happens. If Hewitt dies, you can speak as Gearlock. Good to know. Alright, so I'm gonna insult the slave traders. Tell them that we don't want their kind here. And to go find another town to bother. Try to kick him out and see. I want to see how far I can push the envelope with this. You got to put the character you want to speak in the first place in their squad. That's probably a good way to fix it, actually. I didn't think about it. You're probably right on that. You're probably right. Alright, so we're going to see how he does on this. So far, I haven't been able to persuade... I've been able to persuade NPCs to follow me. I have not been able to... I have not been able to convince NPCs to fight me yet. Although I'm told it's a thing, and it makes sense because if you look at their profiles, who's this guy? His name is Kimari. All right, so if we go to the dialogue library and we look for Kimari, see in here, Kimari. You'll notice that there is this individual relation modifier for the people, and every time I speak, it gives a judgment where it's plus or minus depending on how they respond to it. And I think when it gets to a certain point, it will get there. You can also do action dialogues. That's a thing as well. So that's something that I actually didn't think about doing yet. All right, so I'm going to spits in Kamari's face. I said fuck out of here. So now I'm going to spit in his face. And we're going to see how that goes. Dodges. Wouldn't that be fun? Your spit lands on stone, but steel will bite deeper if you stay. See, this is the thing. I haven't been able to get anyone to attack me yet. It's something I've been working on. If you can talk to not get detected, it would be great. It would be great. I convinced most people I saw that I was High Inquisitor Seda and let them do whatever I want in Holy Nation territory. That's so funny. That's so funny. All right, let's see what his relation is. I want to see how his dialogue has adjusted, like how his relation is adjusted. We're gonna like chat. You've got full fucking say on what's going on right now, in terms of like what's happening in here. We're going to be really pushing the envelope tonight to try and like see what this mod and what this system can do. Very excited about it. Perhaps a Shek warrior would be more willing to fight. We're gonna get there. Hold on. Your spit lands on stone, but steel spites. So it looks like other people said stuff. Okay, so Felicity said, words are cheap, but blood is not. Step back before we make you bleed. And Tommy said, don't mistake our silence for weakness. We don't tolerate insults. Okay. So we're gonna go at him again. Shin. And we're just gonna tell him to fuck off again. I think just rage bait them over and over again. There we go. All right. Political clout shift. Relationship with the slave traders has been modified. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. The political relations with them has been modified. I don't know what that means. World events log. What does that mean? These are world rumors. That's pretty cool. Not there. These are some really philosophical slavers. I know. Although this is more of just a general wise statement, the sand and whatnot. Okay. Dialogue library. We're gonna go back to him and see what happens. All right, faction relations, slave traders -1. Okay, so I have a -1 with the slave trader now, and I have a -3 with Kimari specifically. In the dialogue library. Yeah. So it's basically my actual relation with the slave traders was adjusted because of that. I'm gonna throw a rock at him. Throws a large rock his head. Coward. These are some pretty patient slave traders. Pretty patient slave traders. I'm gonna be honest with you. There we go. You swing a rock at bone, but steel will shatter it before you see the sunrise again. Oh my god, they're still going, dude. Yeah, so P2 does have some trouble identifying tags, although right now it's doing better than it has been. Like I said, this is definitely like something that still has a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs. But the concept is incredibly interesting. I cannot get him to fight me. I want you to fight me. So I went down to -2. I'm gonna go hog wild on this one. Stabs him in the back with we'll just say stabs him in the back. Fight me. There we go. Okay, so combat has begun. I stabbed him in the back. Now he's fighting me. So up until now, I was just just provoking them. Now they're actually fighting me. I've pissed them off. So here's what we're gonna do now. I'm going to run in here, and I'm going to run over to the tech ninjas, the Holy Nation Outlaws is what it is. Run over to the Holy Nation Outlaws, and I'm actually going to scream for help. The slave traders are trying to invade the town. They want to enslave us all. get them. I'm going to see if I can rally the town against them. Help! They have the holy flame! They have the holy flame! Alright, so I'm going to try and get the people to, like, rally and fight against them. Alright, so they're coming after me. They're pissed. They're pissed. Who's talking? That's the real question. Gearlock. Oh, Gearlock's over here saying words. Gearlock's over here saying words. The wind rising, the sands will grind any blade left unattended. Keep your servo motors greased and they'll seize before nightfall. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cool thing to say. What I'm interested in is, are we going to have... okay, so I run into the bar. I'm running into the bar. We are under attack. The slave traders are raiding the town. They will capture us all. So I'm going to try and convince them that the slave traders are here and they're trying to capture us all. But I have it on yell so everybody in here can hear it. And I want to see what happens. Getting this game soon. I've been obsessed with watching guides. Sentient Sands is a mod. It is in fact. It is in fact. All right, so get in here. See how this goes. Oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. All right, we're under attack, and I want to see if I can get everyone else to stand up and start fighting. That's the goal. What are you doing? You're on defensive. Vivian is now executing player order. Oh, okay. Who's Vivian? Who the hell is Vivian? Is that who I thought? Someone named Vivian is executing a player order. And I don't know who that is. But the sounds of it is... Oh, Vivian, hold on. Hold fast, Drifter. We'll stand our ground. So I've convinced the trade ninjas now that the slave mongers are actively attacking, trying to raid the town after I instigated the fight. So I went out there, I stabbed them in the back, ran into town, went into the bar, and screamed that they're trying to enslave everyone in the town, and now the trade ninjas are going to go fight them. I've literally just started a fucking, like a full-on fight in here. Yeah, okay, the fight has begun. Trade ninjas are coming out here. Yeah, oh my god, I did it, I weaponized them. Oh my god, I did it, I weaponized them. Outstanding. I've done it. I've weaponized them. So now the trade ninjas are actively fighting against them. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool, guys. That's so fucking cool. Oh my god, look at what I did. That's so cool. That's really fucking cool. Alright, so we're going to take you off block. We're going to take over Gearlock for now. I'm going to switch and have Gearlock be in front now. So if he says something, is that the one that's doing it? Okay, so whoever's in the first spot is the one that speaks. Do you think it's possible to modify a character's history or personality profile to fit with a custom story start? It is. It is, in fact. Profile editor, this is your character's backstory. So this is the backstory of Gearlock specifically. And if I were to switch Hewitt and Gearlock in the first spot, you can change their backstory. So this is Gearlock's backstory specifically. And then you can go to any NPC. We'll go back to Kimari because he's the one I was messing with earlier. And I believe you can actually regenerate his bio and have a new bio set for him. And in addition to your own profile, you can actually have a profile set up for your faction as well. So if you want to be like a group of bounty hunters, you can put down here that you're a group of bounty hunters that are specifically interested in hunting cannibals, and people will come to know that. They'll come to realize that. Cool. Example, I wanted to do a custom start where my character is the last survivor clan wiped out in the UC, and she was told to find Master John to help for her to seek help. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. You can absolutely do that. I remember that in vanilla, there's a speech box where you can stab a guy in the face, so maybe that's why they attacked you when you did that. Yeah, it's one of the Dust Bandit dialogues when they come to when they're bothering you. All right, and what is this? This also means that you can issue orders to your people. So I'm going to be like, Hewitt, Because now Gearlock is in front, so Gearlock is the one talking. So I'm going to say, Hewitt, stay behind me and block. And block, you aren't equipped for this fight. So I'm going to yell that to him and see how he does. See what he does. And I'm going to have Gearlock focus on this guy here. So I want to see if Hewitt will actually change his orders depending. Because we're traveling together. We're in the same faction. So I'm wondering if he'll actually do something. I've already instigated a fight, so... yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Has he said anything back yet? I don't think he has. I don't think he has yet. That's wild that I just started this entire fight with the slave traders just by basically instigating a fight with them, running into a bar and claiming that the slave traders were going to raid everyone. And, like, why wouldn't they believe me, right? Like, why would they not believe? It just makes sense. It just works. It just works. Todd Howard said it. It just works. That's so fucking cool, guys. That's so fucking cool. Man, my stream keeps buffering and slowly lagging behind me. Might move over to Twitch to see if that's better. I don't think it's me. My stream's pretty steady. I've got pretty solid connection. I have 0% dropped frames right now. I don't think it's me. It might be your internet might be acting buggy if you're having some buffering issues. Yeah, so that's cool. I just instigated a fight. That's really cool. So cool to see that the mod is being covered and discussed. I hope you all enjoy the mod and that it's not too buggy for you to enjoy. We are. We are. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So, after tonight, it's the GOAT himself. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I did tell them that I was going to be doing this tonight. Like I said, they reached out to me on TikTok and asked if I'd be interested in talking about it at all. So I let them know that I was going to be streaming it tonight. I'm also going to, depending on how it goes, and after we play with it some more, I think my next live stream series that I do, I'm going to do with in the with the mod. I think I'm going to do it with the mod. So my next series will be probably done with the mod on. Okay. They say the hub's market turned into a blood-soaked free-for-all when the slave traders stormed in, trading steel for tear as every side, Holy Nation Outlaws, Trade Ninja, even the town's own guards ran screaming. Knives flashing and faceless strikers knocked everyone unconscious until the dust settled, and the last trader could barely haul his wares out alive. I literally just started a full-on brawl. I instigated a fight with the slave traders, lied to everyone, and got everyone to just go after him. That's fire. That's fire. Absolutely fire. It may have been YouTube specifically. Yeah, YouTube can be a little stupid sometimes. Okay, so that was really cool. That was really cool. Now, let's see what else we can do. Let's continue to investigate and see what else we can do. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for the follow on Twitch, Locket. Greetings, hero and all coalescent mad lads. It's true. It's true. Do you have any repair kits for your buddy? Not currently, but I'm about to go get one. So Vivian is here, so I'm gonna speak to Vivian. Vivian helped me out here. So, hey, thanks for the assist during that last fight. Those damn slave traders. Does your chat list both Twitch and YouTube chat? It does. It does. It does. Those damn slave traders got me good. Do you have, what is it? Hold on. Do you have a repair kit I can use? I'll give you 100 cats. Alright, let's see how she does. I only carry a first aid kit, not a repair kit. 100 cats could buy it, but it won't fix your metal. Appreciated. Actually, hold on. Thanks anyway. How about instead you ask, how about you follow me to Squin so we can hit there in one piece. I'll pay you 200. I want to see if I can get her to follow me. I have no business leaving the hub. My trade keeps me here, so she's not going to leave, which is fair. That's totally fair. Okay, so that's totally fair. Totally fair. I'm kind of curious whether this mod is stable in a large collection or not. I mean, I'm using a fair number of mods. Not a ton, but I am using mods, and it seems pretty stable. I haven't had any issues so far. Although most of what is added here are building mods and animation mods. There's only like one armor mod and not much else. So it is, you know, it is up for debate. It is up for debate. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to steal some stuff from you guys, and we're gonna bring the stuff to go sell. Are you using your Vanilla Plus mod list? I'm using a scaled down version. It's the version that I use when I'm recording the Kenshi Coliseum. Because, spoilers, I'm working on a new episode of the Kenshi Coliseum. So there's that. I'm using a scaled down version of it, but it's not much more scaled down from my Vanilla Plus one. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna take that stuff and we're gonna head down to Squin. And we're gonna go talk to the Shek and see how they do. Great stuff. I run like 200 mods alongside this one, and I'm over 20 hours into my playthrough with no issue. Hell yeah. It's good to see that it's stable. I guess it kind of makes sense that it's stable, since a lot of the work is being done by a separate program on the back end. So that's pretty good. That's good. So far, I've had no issues with it. I've had literally no issues with it. Granted, I've only played, again, like an hour and change before tonight, but it seems to be working pretty well. I'm excited about it. I think that my next playthrough that I do on stream is gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun one. I think the hardest part about it is finding a balance between like just chatting all day, which I think that chatting is good, but also like doing stuff. Like I think initially when I hop in, like the first thing you want to do is just chat for days, right? Just chat with everyone and talk with everyone and all of that stuff. And I think eventually, like, you want to kind of move on from that, which makes sense. But you want to be doing more stuff, right? You still want to be doing stuff. Doesn't have a first aid kit, so I'm gonna see if I can get Vivian here. Oh, what is this? Capturing slave. Okay, so I'm gonna yell to Vivian. More slave traders. I'm going to yell to Vivian, more slave traders attack, and I'm going to see if she attacks the slave. I hope the new update comes soon. I'm always checking any for the Discord info. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. If this is just the like one of the earlier versions they've dropped, you know, it hasn't been out very long at all, and it's already incredibly impressive. So we're gonna see. All right, I want to see if I can get her to attack this slave trader. Now that like we're not actively being attacked, because before it was like, hey, defend me. Now I want to see if I can get her to attack the slave trader here. Come on, Vivian. Vivian, come on. So is this a test bed build for the mod? I'm not sure. Find Sans me in a new edge. Can you spare a spark for a trade? God damn it, Vivian. You're supposed to be attacking these goddamn slave traders. We had a deal. Vivian, there are more slave traders coming this way. The same ones that attacked the hub. Don't let them get away. Kill them all. I want to see See what characteristics of Vivian made her attack the slave trade. So before she was defending me is what it was. Let's go into the dialogue library and see what she's got going on. Okay. So you had asked her to attack, address group, more slave traders attack. Yep, that was meant. Yep. Trade is safer than bloodshed. Step back or pay the price. Yeah, that's not what I was talking about there. Where's the one with Hewitt? Yeah, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I didn't actually talk to her directly the first time. I think she just jumped in, is what it was. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. You speak of blood, but the trade routes are thin enough without the needless killing. Step back or pay the price. Okay, so she only attacked. She only attacked because they were attacking me in the hub, and I convinced them because they were attacking me that it was a raid. But it does not seem that that is always the case. I don't have the thing there. Mention the trade routes getting interrupted because of the slave traders. The slave traders have been screwing with the trade routes for weeks. Kill them if you don't want it to get worse. Okay, let's see how that goes. See how that goes. Because right now she's following me because she was defending me during the initial attack, but that won't stay forever. I really want to see if I can get her to attack these guys. Killing them will only draw more blades to us. Choose a path that keeps the steel for the true enemy. Shut up, Hewitt. God damn it, you're supposed to be a proud Czech warrior. You're acting like a bitch. Acting like a bitch. I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna be able to get her to do that. Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to get her to do that. That's fine. We'll continue our march towards Squin, and we'll go from there. Sometimes the dialogue only shows up in the library. That is something else that I have noticed. Is that sometimes dialogue will show up in the library only. So I yelled at her just now. Hewitt, Renata, Gearlock. Okay, yeah, so she just didn't respond at all. She just didn't respond at all. And I think it's because I yelled it. And so everyone else was like, no, like, we're really not in for a fight right now. And so I think she just didn't respond because they kind of proved me wrong there. They kind of proved me wrong. There's not a fight happening. There's not a fight happening, which is fine. Dust bandits. Okay, all right. So we're going to try and avoid them for now and head over towards the Shet Kingdom. Gearlock's in charge now. Actually, you know what? We don't have a negative relation with them right now. So where is the leader of the Dust Bandits? I'm going to have a conversation with them. Ezekiel, I'm pretty sure it's him. Pretty sure he's the leader. Yeah, he's the leader. All right, so we're going to go talk to Ezekiel here. Yo, I'm back. What a wild update for Elden Ring. FromSoft always keeps us on our toes. Indeed. You know, last episode we were playing Elden Ring with Muffin, and now look at him. There's Shek running around everywhere. Things are crazy now. All right, let's go talk to the head of these Dust Bandits and see what we can do. See what we can convince them of. Oi. Brave warriors, I have a proposal for you. I'm going to see if I can get the Dust Bandits to join me. Hey, fuckers, that's not a good sign. Not a great sign. Proposals are welcome, but they must earn respect and steel. All right, I'm gonna talk to him now. He opened up with "Hey fuckers." Just came off a 1,000-day playthrough. Is this mod any fun? It is a lot of fun. This whole episode, this whole stream here is me trying to figure out like how to use it and like what it can and can't do, where it struggles, what the bugs are, and just doing a full on like first impressions sort of before we like do a playthrough with it and we start like a new series with it. Understandable. Well, I hereby request that you join us for a raid on the city of Squin. We are going to show those Czech bastards what for and get some solid loot while we are at it. You in? All right, I'm going to see if I can convince them to follow me into Squin and see if I can convince them to join me on like a raid to Squin. I should mention that there are debug commands to set things back on track if the LLMs or the mods goof up. You can get the list of commands by saying /help to an NPC. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. All right, let's see if we can convince them. Give me your shiny stuff. I think you may have misheard me. We only fight if the loot is worthy and the fight proves our steal, else we turn our backs. Okay, well, talk about this peacefully. All right, here's 300 cats. Now, we're trying to have a conversation here. The loot will be worth it. Will be worth it. They have a shit ton of cats, food, weapons, and armor, all for the taking. Do this if we charge together. All right, let's see if we can convince them. See if we can do this. Mid-conversation mugging. I know, they literally mugged me mid-conversation. Mid-conversation. If the weight of those cats and steel can fill our packs, then we march. Speak the price of the loot you expect. Okay, hold on. I think there is easily 50, we'll say 50,000 cats worth of loot in there at the minimum. At the minimum. Follow me and we take it for ourselves. I'll give them 80%. Obviously, they're all going to fucking die. They're all going to die. But I want to see how it goes. You should go verbally dress down the bread weaves. Oh, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go there. 80%. Interesting. 80% is a fair cut. We will follow you and claim the steal. Okay. Deal. Follow me then. Very well, lead the way. So this is one of those things where he's supposed to be following me, but it's not giving him the command. So I know that the command for this is /follow. All right, so now he's following me. If worst case, we can force them to. Although, oh no, they've gone hostile. Oh no, he's supposed to be following me. Oh god. You're supposed to be following me, not attacking me, you bastard. Ezekiel, why? Well, that did not go quite as well as I expected it to. I think they're not just following you. Yeah, I'd say that we've graduated beyond that. How is Sans mod so far? It's good. It's good. Got some bugs for sure. Got a little tweaks, little quirks, a couple things you got to get used to. I am gonna see what that /help command is. That'll show me. All right. So Ezekiel, you bastard! I thought we were supposed to be doing this together. Why are you attacking me? What bugs have you found so far? Well, I asked them to follow me and they attacked me. The beatings will improve until the beatings will continue until prompts are improved. Why are you attacking me? We are supposed to be attacking the Shek. No, attacking Squin. We aren't foes. We march together to Squin. Stay your blade, Metal Man. I'd love to, you bastards. Interesting, interesting. He's like, no, we're not attacking you, as he's actively attacking me. All right, hold on. Let's see what some of these help commands are. Help. To be fair, this is in character to the Dust Bandits. Yeah, they're just trying to convince me that they're not trying to murder me as they're trying to murder me. Very there. Very there. Getting gaslit by the leaders. Yeah, I know. Literally. The man. The okay. All right. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Frankie, welcome, comrade. We're playing with Sentient Sands, and it's going pretty good. One or two hiccups. We had a really cool thing happen, and now we have a confusing thing happen. So, you know. Yeah. Then we strike a deal, 1 barrel of reinforced plates. No one said anything about that deal. Let's hope the desert and swallows from our mouths. Interesting. Looks confusing. It's a little confusing at first, but I think once we use it a bit more, it's actually not that bad. So far, Frankie, just to catch you up to speed, my guy, we went into the hub. We shit-talked the slave traders that were passing through, and I ended up stabbing one in the back using dialogue prompts. And then they all attacked me. So I ran into the bar and started screaming that the slave traders were attacking the hub for the purposes of raiding and enslaving the entire town. And the whole town was like, hell no, not in my house. And they stood up and started attacking the slave traders. So I instigated with, typed out dialogue, basically a mass casualty event in the hub by orchestrating the slave traders to attack me and then convincing the locals that they were trying to raid the town. And I got a laugh out of it. I was trying to convince this pack of dust bandits here to follow me to Squin for the purposes of, raiding Squin, to see if I can convince them to raid Squin. But they weren't following, so I did the follow command, and because the dialogue was supposed to trigger them to follow, it didn't work. So I tried the debug command by doing /follow, and it ended up causing them to attack me. So now I'm trying to negotiate with them to stop attacking me, and you can imagine how that's going, which is that it's not going very. Yeah, not going very well. Maybe the Dust Bandits are too unruly. Their leader can't control them. Maybe. Attack, idle, join. So these are the commands. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Attack, idle, join, free, and /breakout. I'm assuming there's more. Who is this guy? This is Mori. Okay. Let's go to Mori's dialogue and see if there's more there. Mori, in fact. So Mori's dialogue tree. Is it going to show up here? It's not. He's just going to say it out loud. Bastard. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we can do /attack, /idle, /join, /free, /breakout. Okay. Good to know. I think if Gearlock dies here, we're going to start over in the Rebirth run, and we're going to try and orchestrate a prison break. Okay, move fast, shop, travel, rescue, /repair. Okay, all right, so there's a good amount of commands here that you can do. Gearlock is just here defending himself. He's just defending himself. Give cats, drop. Wow, there's a lot here. Dude, my nose is so itchy. A lot of good commands here. Interesting. Spawn, task. Okay, well, good to know. We're going to try a we're gonna try a slave run in Rebirth. Let's try a slave run in Rebirth. See how that goes. I'm gonna see if I can orchestrate a prison break between everybody. All right, all right. So we've got 4 people. 4 people. I'm gonna have Ermac because he's got the coolest hair. Okay, he's got that style. Okay, that saber tooth style. I'm gonna put him in front. And he's gonna be the party voice. He's gonna be the party voice. Party voice. Start accusing the guards of worshiping narco. Ooh, that's an idea. That's an idea. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do then. All of us are going to see if they turn on each other. Maybe. Some of them are like there's individual relations too. So like, I don't know. I'll find a random person here. Trade ninjas. Data in here maybe from another one. No. Outlaws. Okay, well, they have relations, right? They have personalities, they have relations, so they all have backstories, all of that stuff. So they'll respond to things differently depending on how you talk to them, depending on what they have going on, depending on all of that stuff. On their own story, their personalities, their backstories, your relations with them. There's a lot of different things to go into how they respond to different things. So a lot of stuff to consider. Let's get all of our guys in different cages up here. I want to get into these cages. Okay, so you get in that cage. No, actually, we're gonna have you get in that cage. We're gonna have everyone get up into different cages. I'm gonna see if I can orchestrate a prison break. See if I can orchestrate a prison break. Harvey, if you're still here, my guy, do you happen to know if you're able to convince them to break out of like prison polls? Like if you set like a time, if I'm like, hey, at 06, in the morning, I want you guys to break out of your shackles. Will they do that, or is that something that's beyond the current model? Do let me know. Do let me know. You're the man with the plan. Let me know. You're the Kenshi lore guy. That's me. How you do? That's me. That's me. That's right. Yeah. Because if so, that'd be really fucking cool. Really, really cool. Get up into... No, stop beating me. Stop viciously beating me. All right. So we're in here. Yeah, Harvey, if you're still here, let me know. I'd be surprised. I don't think I can use in-game time. Indeed. Playing modded? So I'm playing with the Sentient Sands mod. Okay, you can convince people to use a tag to free you, but as of now, NPCs won't execute tags unless you are speaking to them. Okay, so can I tell them to free themselves? Like, can I convince them to all pick their locks? So, like, can I be like, hey, I have a plan. When I yell now, I want all of you guys to pick your locks. And then will they all start picking their locks? Is that something that they can do? Because if so, a prison break is viable. Very, very viable. If not, I think I can befriend them. Oh, is that the one like the AI influence mod for Bannerlord that lets you chat with NPCs? Yeah, basically the same thing. See you later, Frankie. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate the raid as always, my friend. As always. You'll be free from possessions, free of names. Recruit the whole slave workforce. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to chat with them. We're going to see how it goes. Hold on. I'm just going to call him a worshiper of narco. And... we all know it. I saw you praying to the dark demoness. I don't think they're going to believe me, though. I don't think they're going to believe me. I kneel only before the light of ochre and not to any demon. Lies. Worship the dark demoness herself. I saw you praying to her. I'm gonna keep doing it. I want to see if I can instill doubt in some of these people, some of them. Good old Moshe. As of right now, they cannot free themselves, but that is definitely something I would like to work towards. The prison-related tags all target your RP character right now. Good to know. Okay. Good to know. So if I... Yeah, okay, so I can convince them to follow me, but I'm still going to have to manually free them, which is good. Yeah, something definitely to work for. Something definitely worked for. Your words are spittle, Flatskin. I bow only to Okrin's holy flame. He's right, no demon here, just the light of Okrin guiding us. Yeah, so they don't believe me at all. They don't believe me at all. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, something that that'd be really cool, because then effectively, if you're locked up with a bunch of people, you could convince them all to, you know, on my go, everyone break out and make a run for it. You could orchestrate a real riot, a real prison riot. That'd be hella fun. Hella fun. Something to work for. Excuse me. Is this? Yeah, this is Moshe. He's working the slaves. Okay. Then tell me why you told your wife that Okrin is just narco backwards. Your lies betrayed no truth, Flatskin. Okrin's name is not a mockery, but a beacon against the darkness. O-K-R-A-N. Okrin. A-R-K. Hold on. O. Narco. It's literally backwards, you twit. Your blasphemy stains the sands, Flatskin. Okrin's light guides you, not the darkness you cling to. God damn it. God damn it. I forgot the paladins can't spell. You're right, literature is beyond them. Literature is beyond them. Oh man, we're all flat skins here, it's true. It's true. My skin is flat. My cucumbers are weak. I am but the son of a shepherd. I should have named this guy Rolf instead. Should have named him Rolf instead. All right, let's get to work and then see where I can move things along. Holy Nation Paladins are going to be a hell of a lot harder to convince, especially since I have a negative affinity with them. I'm pretty sure. No, I just have a 0 affinity with them. But yeah, they're going to be hard to convince. A lot of them are incredibly zealous, so we're more likely to be able to convince the other prisoners. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try and convince the other prisoners of what's going on. I'm going to unlock my unlock my shackles. This is a pretty good spot. I'm going to whisper to these guys and try and get them there. Why does he put 50 spaces between flat and skin? Flat skin. Correct me if I'm wrong, Harvey, but the flat skin thing is because it reads the in-game dialogue system, right? And in the in-game dialogue, a lot of times it'll have / flat skin /, and that's usually replaced by the character's name in some of the dialogue trees. Is that why it does it? That would be my assumption. Or is that just a bug? Because I have noticed that a lot, pretty much, if you're playing as a human, they'll call you flat skin. They pretty much all refer to you exclusively as flat skin, which I think is interesting. So correct me if I'm wrong. Takes a very deep breath between flat and skin. Yeah, he's feeling it. It's just really, really flat. It's so flat. It's the flattest. The flattest. All right, so we're gonna try and convince Kita here. Then we're getting out of here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of dialogue in here. We're gonna go breaking out of this shithole. If I break your shackles, are you in? Hell yeah. Oh, Joe, thank you for resubscribing, my friend. Much appreciated. Hard F. Yeah, hard F. I could be free, but I need something in return. A blade or enough cats to buy my freedom. How about not dying here digging stone? What the fuck do you mean, cats or a blade. Use your head. Hand me a steel edge and I'll break the shackles myself. Listen. You want in or not? Jesus Christ. I don't think I ever told the LLMs explicitly that flat skin is mostly only used by sheks. I think right now it just explains that it's a slur for humans. Yeah. Yeah, that would explain it. That would explain it. Downside of the current AI, it's lacking what the I stands for. Interesting. Interesting. You're right. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. It's okay. These things are a work in progress. Do you want it or not? Give me a steel edge or enough cats and I'll free myself. Fine. 200 cats when we get out and... when we get out. Deal. Fantastic. Kita is releasing airmat. Hell yeah! Okay, alright, alright. What are you doing right now? You're supposed to be releasing me. Wait, what did you just say? What did you just say? Hold on. I heard the slave overseers plan a new roundup at dawn. Better watch the shadows if you value your freedom. What does that mean? What? I feel like I'm being... Oh god, no, they told on me! You bastard! I've been told upon. No, stop, I'm just a humble worker. Oh my god, I've been betrayed. I've been betrayed. No, stop. I'm a good boy. I'll go back to my cell. Stop it. No! So unfair. Alright, well. Betrayed the proletariat uprising. I'm just an innocent child of Akron. Why have you done this to me? What is the world event? The Rebirth. They say the Rebirth camp has become a sand-blooded circus. Holy Nation zealots squabble with the newly freed slaves over a rumored hidden spring. Will trade ninjas, barter cats for any blade that can cut their shackles, just as the faceless striker stalks the corridor, knocking out anyone who daring enough to whisper about freedom. This is bullshit. I'm over here trying to organize a simple prison breakout, not hurting anybody, and this is how I get treated. Look at the state of my leg. They made me a crapple. You see that leg? How am I supposed to do anything with that thing? Look at it. I'm bleeding everywhere. Oh my god. Ask how you can earn your freedom. So I had I did some tests 2 nights ago for like half an hour or so. And then I did some more last night for about the same amount of time. And I tried to convince them that like, hey, how can I earn my freedom? I'll even convert to Ocranism. And this is where things started to get kind of circular, very cyclical. I was like, hey, I want to earn my freedom. How can I do that? And they said, well, you have to prove that you serve Ochre. And I said, well, what do you want me to do? I said, actually, you know what? I'll go out there. And I was like, release me. And I'll go out there and I will kill a Shek slave right now. I'll do it right now. And he said, I won't release you until you bring me the head of the Shek. So I was like, okay, how am I supposed to go out there if you don't release me? And over the course of the conversation, it kept going in circles. And eventually he said, I'm not releasing you. Break out, go kill a Shek, bring me their head, and then I will release you. And I was like, don't you understand how redundant that is? If I can break out, why would I need to kill the Shek just to bring them back to you so that way you can release me legally when I could just run off? And so I ended up just throwing in an emote. I ended up throwing an emote saying like tosses the skull of the Shek at his feet. And I said, here's the Shek head. Can I get out now? And he said, basically he switched it and was like, no, bring me some food too. And then you can get out. And I was like, oh, you're just not going to let me out of here, aren't you? And the dude was like, now you're getting it. He basically was like, now you're getting it. It was bullshit. It was absolute bullshit. I was so mad. I was so mad. All right, Ledger. My dude, my brother in Okrin, my guy, my lad. What can a simple chap like myself do to get released from here. I know. I got trolled by the Sentinel. My dude, my brother in Okran, my guy, my lad, what can I do? Speak true, abandon your sins, and serve the holy nation. Bring us the heads of any skeletons you find, and we may consider your freedom. See, this is what I'm talking about. How can I bring you their head if I can't leave? How can I bring you the head if I can't leave? It gets a little cyclical here. You must break your shackles, hunt the ironclad abominations beyond the walls, bring their head to the altar. Until you prove your devotion, you remain our prisoner. They literally are telling me, hey, if you want to do this, get the hell out. Figure it out. Figure it out. Break out. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, just so happens I have a skeleton head here. Tosses skeleton head at his feet. Am I free to go now? The head is proof, but you still carry shackles and must present it at the altar. Only then will we decide your fate. Okay. Okay. Presents the skeleton head at the altar. There, can I go now? The head will be accepted, but you must bring it to the altar and relinquish your shackles before we grant you leave. How can I relinquish my shackles? Brings head to the altar and relinquish. I want to see how much he makes me do. I can't spell for shit. Shiz shackles. Now, the altar accepts your offering. You are free to leave this place. Okay. I was told I was free to leave, and then you left me here. Dude, this is... Oh, free. Yeah, guys, I'm supposed to be free. I'm gonna yell. Oi, I was told I was free to go. Told I was free to go. Can someone unlock these shackles now? Come on, anybody? Maybe? Possibly? Jesus, how about you? Jesus, my guy? Shackles? No? No, please? Even Jesus doesn't want to help me, guys. Even Jesus doesn't want to help me. I'll pry them off, but you owe us a favor for the trouble. No, you're missing the point. Those shackles are the law. You earned them. No one will free you here. But the dude said he would free me. Oh, my God. Jesus. What is this? What is this? This is nonsense. Who was it? Who said that I was free to go? Who said I was free to go? Where is he? It was Ledger. Ledger said I was free. No. Ledger said I was free. Go ask him and then come back and release me. Come on, Jesus. Don't walk away from me, man. That's pretty fucked up. This is pretty messed up, man. Removal only comes... So, yeah, so he lied to me. I was lied to. I've been bamboozled. I have, in fact, been bamboozled. I'm going to lose a leg. at the rate that we are now. Things are not looking good for me here. No. I'm bleeding out. I'm bleeding mighty bad here. Ledger's words are empty prayers. The Sentinel will decide. Oh, so Ledger just doesn't have the fucking authority to say I could leave. Honestly, I can't say that I'm shocked. I can't say that I'm shocked. I do think there is a lot of potential for this mod with things like the prison mechanic, like with being in Rebirth. I do think it just needs a couple more features. Imagine if you asked Jesus to go kill the Bugmaster and he just straight runs to go kill him. Boy, want to buy a beagle? Are you using player 2? Yeah, I'm using player 2. I'm using the free one. The sand's getting finer. Nope, nothing about buying a beagle. Come on, man. The light care is not for your beast, Drifter. That's fucked up. He's 14 years old. The free one's kind of shite. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but it's important to remember that I don't like paying for things that I'm only going to use for like this. We've been tricked, we've been backstabbed, and we've quite possibly been bamboozled. Literally. Yeah. Ask for healing. Yeah, that's true. Can someone heal me up here? Can someone heal me? I am currently a cripple, and cripples can't mine for you. Anyone, please? I do need healing. We have a med kit, but Okran does not spare the weak without a price. Okay. 50 cats. You heal me? 50 cats and you heal me? As I scream across the fucking quarry. Bring 100 cats and the kit is yours, otherwise you die in the dust. Yeah, he told me to go fuck myself. He told me to go fuck myself. I'm screwed. It's over. Oh my god. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. 50 cats is a pittance for a soul offered to Okran, but we will bind you to the light and hand them over. Dude, yeah, they're gonna... Oh my god. They're just gonna let me die here. I can't say I'm shocked, but what the fuck, man? My leg is totally destroyed. Yeah, I can't do nothing. Can't do a damn thing. Oh my god. The audacity. The audacity. Alright, let's hop on over to the shitty AI model creates the most realistic depiction of the Rebirth cards possible, literally. Let's head over to the United Cities and see how that goes. I want to see how things go over there. We're going to go in with a stronger character, though, who is now has a little bit of what is it? Little clout to him. And by stronger character, I of course mean Sekiro. We're going in with Sekiro. This is the Sentient Sans mod with the player 2 model. Alright, so we're gonna go in with Sekiro. He's a beefy boy. He's strong as hell. He's big strong. So we're actually gonna head to the capital. And I'm gonna go talk to Tengu. I'm gonna go talk to Tengu, see what happens. Is this local or is the API one? It's the API one. I'm not using the local one. Frees up some CPU in the system. Basically because I record my streams. I stream to YouTube and I stream to Twitch at 1080p, and I'm running the game. So I need to keep as much processing power as I can on the back end, lest I have tons of crashing issues and other stuff. All right, Sekiro is going to go march his happy ass into the United Cities and see what we can get done in here. What funny things can we do here? Your poor PC. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I just want to make sure that I have as much processing power freed up as I can. That's all. That's all. Okay, let's head on inside, and we're gonna go talk to Tengu. I'm gonna talk to them about joining the, don't you get the daily freely juice from the player 2 paid miles? Yeah, but I'm saving it. Right now I've only got 300. and it uses, what is it? Even like the, oh yeah, I have a mod that changes the United States samurai armor. So there's the normal one, right? The normal samurai armor. Okay, pretty cool. And then there's the new samurai armor, which honestly looks really fucking good in my opinion. Really fucking good. Yeah, I like it a lot. Like it a lot. I think this mod is cool if you just use it sparingly. Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing with it, right? Like, I don't think you should. I think if you're doing this, it should be used not as like the primary method of gameplay, but rather something to accent the gameplay, right? Um, I think it's yeah, I think it's something to like accent the gameplay. Um, more than like act as the primary method, right? Like it's a way to kind of add a little bit more depth to your game. I think it looks mediocre. I think it looks really good. I think it looks really good. I think it looks really good. The UC Samurai one has like the samurai bird on it and stuff. That's really cool. And then the normal one, I think it looks really good. Really good. It's a really great supplement. It just can't carry your playthrough, nor should it. Yeah, I agree. I think that it adds some like nuance to your playthrough. It lets you have conversation with people. It lets you add to the role play, and it lets you it lets you like do some things that maybe you couldn't do otherwise. It adds like a new layer of playability to it, but I don't think your entire playthrough should be necessarily entirely dependent on it. At least in its current state. I think as it develops more, it might be more viable. But right now, I think that it, yeah, I think right now it's there. I am not a huge fan of the Gensoku armor. I know, hot take, a lot of people really like it. I don't really care for it. Not a huge fan of it. I think the Gensoku armor doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the vibe, you know? I think it gives more life to the NPCs, which adds immersion when it's working right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Or like the ability to like discuss and like manipulate things on the back end a little bit more, or talk your way out of a situation, or stuff like that, you know? I think I might use a slightly smarter AI model than this one, but it's definitely adding something to the game, even with a simple one. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing. But I can't complain too much about the AI model, just simply for the fact that this is in fact a free one. And I think that is in and of itself very impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive. I just realized it can be so cool against bosses like Igor or Tin Fist. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing for sure. For sure. Okay, so guardsman, I want some sake. Here, I'm gonna talk to him. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say, hello, Lord Tengu. I'm just gonna say hello. I'm gonna see what he says. I'm gonna see what he says. I'm gonna see what he says. Just a hello. Just to a hello. I'm gonna see how it goes from there. See how it goes from there. Will it let you keep the characters who already exist having the same names and personalities? Yeah. You can, what you can do is you can have a campaign manager where it will, you can create a campaign at the beginning there and then save it. And when you select that campaign, all of the AI will have the memories of everything that has happened in the game. Greetings, Drifter. Keep your eyes sharp. The desert spares no one, including you. I'm going to whisper it. Including you. Stabs him in the fucking throat. I want to see what happens. Ah, yes, I pissed him off. It did it. Ah. Okay, what's the shift on the political end? -2. Good to know. Kill him. All right, so Tengu's unconscious. I took his clothes. No, I gave him my shirt. That's not what I meant to do. Give me his katana. I want that. That's mine now. I'll take his katana. That's mine now. Give me that. All that stuff. Give me your coat. Give me your coat. And your first aid kit. All right, and now I'm going to make my daring escape. Now I make my cunning escape. Did you actually damage him with the prompt? I don't know. His blood was down, but I don't think that's something that is able to work. I think that just by saying I stabbed him, it prompted him to be hostile towards me. Yeah, I don't think the prompts will do damage. All right. Flee. Now I run into the night. I've done it. I've assassinated him. I am best assassin. Who's that? Is that cool? Darius? Fuck you, Darius. Yell that. No, shit. I'm opening things. Fuck you, Darius. And I'm gonna flee. Continue to flee. You should never strike me down. The wall, you'll never see me fall. Alright, I'm gonna scream, I killed Tengu. It's riot time. See what happens. I killed Tengu, it's riot time. See how many people maybe potentially join in. I doubt any, but you know, it's a thing. Once I had them say my goal is to kill the Phoenix Lord and one of my team members left. Interesting. Interesting. If you fancy a riot, you'll need more bragging. Got any cats to buy silence? Bold words, but we bleed you all the same. Talk of killing Emperor Tengu will get you nothing but a blade run through your gut. Hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna yell again. 1,000 cats to everyone who joins my fight against the samurai. See if I can convince them all. Kill 7 billion Ochre Knights. They said cats are what I need in order to get people to do things. I'll lock you up and throw away the key. Never. Sekiro doesn't have all the animation mods I've on, so he's gonna like stand there on occasion and penguin. Yeah, that's fine. Keep your mouth shut before you draw a blade you can't afford. Wow. That's fucked up. I have 1,000 cats. I'll do it. I don't even feel bad about it. Yeah, they're beating my ass. Nope, it didn't work. It didn't work. We fight for coin, not your mutiny. I find that disrespectful. I'll have you know that no mutiny, in fact, was committed. No mutiny was committed. Only 1,000 cat bounty for attacking Tengu. That's so funny. That's so funny. Only 1,000 cat bounty. You have to target folks for recruitment to work, in my experience. Most of the time, they join the cause for scraps. So, what is it? In the last, when I had that riot with the slave traders in the hub, Vivian, the one that ended up joining me, was not actually the one I was talking to. I yelled when I was in the bar, and all of them joined in. And she ended up following my characters, even though she wasn't the one I was talking to. So I think if you yell, it doesn't necessarily need to be targeted on a specific NPC. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk to this United States Guard. All right, I'm gonna try and appeal to her. I'm gonna try to appeal to her humanity. Over here, see if I can get her attention. Try to appeal to her a little bit. Tell them you got kids. I don't think they care if I have kids. I'm gonna try though. What do you want, flat skin? Look. I got kids. I can't be stuck in here. I know I did wrong, but hear me out. Tengu. Hold on. We'll see. We'll go from there. We'll go from there. All right, kids, huh? Words cheap and have to prove you can pay for their safety. Then maybe I'll listen. Jesus Christ. You really want to tempt the man who nearly killed Tengu not 5 minutes ago. You think a whisper buys loyalty. Show me the cats you can spare for your kids, or I'll turn my back. Fine, 1,000 cats, and you work for me now. Fine, give me 1,000 cats, and I'll lend you my steel. Deal. 1,000 cats. All right. Fantastic. He gave me a heavy jite. He gave me a weapon. Okay, he literally gave me a weapon. Fantastic. Not quite what I was asking, but you know, if I was making a prison break and I convinced a guard to give me one of their weapons, that's actually pretty fucking cool. That's actually pretty cool. Wasn't quite what I was asking him for, but I was basically like, hey man, I got kids, let me out of here. And he was like, 1,000 cat. I gave him 1,000 cats. He gave me a weapon, and then he walked away. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. In an event where I was stuck in a prison cell and I need to get out of here, because it reminds you, typically when you're stuck in a prison cell, they will you know, take your weapon from you. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Still a nat 20 for charisma. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now I got to get out of here with Ray Sean watching over me. Hey, my guy. Still an emergent jailbreak scenario. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Stay low, Flatskin. If you need work, speak plainly and bring coin. Gotta get out of here. I'll tell you what. You start a fight, and I will give you, I don't know, 2,000 cats when I get give 2,000 cats later. We can meet the western gate. See if I can do this. Hold on. See what happens. Talk is cheap, Flatsker, bring cats first, and I'll stir up a scrap at the gate. Let's see if I can just lie. Let's see if I can lie. Deal. Here is the money. See if I can just lie. Is it gonna hand over the 2,000 caps, and I'll stir up the scrap at the western gate? Not quite what I asked. Not quite what I asked. Not quite what I asked. I have been told that you can panhandle. Oi, they've escaped. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. just no, I have not. I can't believe he gave me his weapon, his heavy jite. I'm not even mad. Like that's fair. That's a fair thing to do. I'm not even mad. It's crap, but I ain't even mad. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, dearest Ray Sean, but you won't be seeing your family today. I'm also going to be taking that armor of yours. Yeah. I'm sorry, comrade. Is it Jit or Jite? I think it's Jite. I'm pretty sure it's Jite. Pretty sure it's Jite. Then you'll be nothing but another debt collector's snack. Oi, thief! I've seen the wells dry up. I've seen the wells dry up before rains ever came. The Empire's promises are as empty as a cracked pot. Hold on. I'm gonna fight to him. Yell to him. The Empire's promises are so empty, then why fight for them when you can fight for me? Instead, at least with me, there is food, money, and fun. Food, money, and fun, baby. The Empire's promises may be a hollow promise, but it's still coin that buys water and protection. I won't trade my loyalties for a drifter's words. Interesting. So I really need to have clout. I need to have money or clout. It's Jite. Jite. Interesting. I always thought it was Jite. Jite? That makes sense, I guess. Jite. That sounds suave. Jite. Oh, guys, this is crazy. I didn't know this. Sorry, this is wild. I learned this the other day. Can I see it from over here? Yes, I learned this the other day. Little bit of lore, little sort of lore tidbit, but not really a lore tidbit. The planet that Kenshi orbits, right? This right here. Fun fact: the texture of it is actually a photorealistic texture taken of Mars. It is actually a photo map of Mars that has been wrapped onto the planet that Chris used as the texture for the planet. He recolored it and changed like the hues and the colors and stuff. But this is actually like a real photo, right? Not like a made photo, a real photo of the surface of Mars, wrapped, or the entire planet spread out like a globe, wrapped around and turned into the planet. So this is technically like a photorealistic picture of Mars. It is not a lore detail. Like, this isn't like Mars. We're not on a moon that orbits Mars. But when he was developing Kenshi, yeah, he got a photo wrap of Mars and used that for the planet up here. Learned that the other day. Fun fact. Fun little fact. Fun little fact. Okay, well, I am in semi-whoopsies. I don't know how many of these boys I can fight, if any of them. So we're going to go from there. That is a fun fact. Thank you. I thought it was a pretty fun fact. Haha! You'll never catch me alive. Now that my leg isn't totally screwed, I can flee. Flee, my boy. Flee. Run. Run as fast as you can. My God, there's so many of them. Prisoner escape. Are you gonna replace my limbs, my boy? Indeed. Indeed. Slave traders. The slave traders. I think there's starving bandits around here, too. In for a world of hurt, slave. Interesting. I stole this armor, and I don't even feel bad about it. I stole it off the body of a man that I'm pretty sure had a family. There's a lot of guards in here. My God. I've got a whole armada chasing me. I've got the whole damn army chasing me. It's like that scene from Indiana Jones, except I'm way closer to them. Start the plane! Start the plane! Thieving snake. I didn't steal nothing. Except this armor and this sword when I tried to kill Tengu. Shh. Oh, fine. It's all fine. Try talking to animals. I want to know if the same thing will happen that it did in mine. I've heard multiple people tell me that animals have talked to them. They've been able to communicate with animals. Full on Dr. Doolittle. Full on Dr. D in it. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. All right, I'm gonna yell to these these herbivores here. All right. Yeah, they have names. They have names. Oi. Amina. I require assistance. They are gonna kill me. Help me! Stop it! Where is Amina here? Hold on. Queen doesn't need them anymore. Hold on. I'm enjoying stealing Southern Hive, which is interesting. The Bone Cat then said I can only hear her, and that Her mines were closed or some shit. Interesting, interesting. Nice graphics preset. Thank you. It is it's my own. It's my own. I made it myself. It's on it's available on the Nexus. Link in my description on my YouTube video. On the Nexus, it's under Mad Lads Reshade. Made it myself. Made it myself. Although my graphics are pretty high even without it, to be honest with you. Like this is with the my reshade. This is without. So this is what my game looks like without any reshade presets or anything like that. And then this is with. So. But yes, it is available for public download. Oh my god, they're really gonna fight me here. Okay, that's fine. I'll fight to the death. No one will stop me. I am Sekiro. Oh shit, they stopped me. I think they're gonna leave me alone though because we're so far out of territory. I don't think they're gonna pick me up and bring me back. That'd be stupid of them. That would be right stupid. They're gonna just hang out here apparently. Yeah, they're just knocking me out a couple times. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine. Oy vey, oy vey. Yeah, so this is an interesting mod. I'm curious about some of the other things. I know there's some other things that you can do. So like there's you can make them join you, but you could force them to join you too. There are console commands as well. So I'm gonna do /join. Boom, now you're with me. Guess what, good buddy? You're gonna fight your homies. Idle? What does idle do? Camera's not executing command idle. Interesting, interesting. All right, well they're gonna beat up Kamiko here because I forced him to join me because it was funny. Yeah, so you can force people to join you, which I think is cool. Make him go away. Rain's a myth now, but those mirrors at Venge still scorch anything that steps out. Best keep your blades oiled. Oil's good. Are you going to do a serious playthrough with it, or not until it gets some bugs ironed out? I think I am going to do a playthrough with it. I do think I'm going to do a playthrough with it. I think I'm going to try... I'm going to minimize the amount that I'm doing it. Like, I don't think it's going to be... no/kill. I don't think there's going to be... like, it's going to be one of those things where I'm using it constantly in the playthrough, but I think I'm going to use it as a way to... like accent the playthrough though, because I'm gonna do like a solo playthrough, no real cheating or something basically is the idea. Yeah, like I'm not gonna like run around and be like, ooh, give me free stuff, or ooh, do this, or ooh, do that. I'm gonna have a character. I'm gonna probably type up a backstory for him, get a role play set up, like really like try to make a good character that I think is fun, and then kind of go from there. My only real criticism is that everyone in the world kind of complains the same way and about the same things. Yeah, they're all kind of poetic too, right? Like there's a lot of poetry going on, a lot of metaphors and similes and all that stuff, and they're talking in a way that is I find interesting. Okay, so there's attack, idle, join, free, breakout. What is /free? What is free? Free. He'll free you. Okay, what is /breakout? /breakout. Probably would have been better to try that at when I was in Rebirth. Move fast, shop, travel, rescue, /repair, /rescue. Kamiko is now in caregiver mode, medic and rescue. Interesting. What is travel? Travel. Now travel to target town. Okay, so they'll just move around. Obviously, she's not doing anything. Oh, is Kimiko doing that? Kameko doing that? Yes, Kameko is traveling. Interesting. Give cats, drop. Oh, I can make them drop stuff. Interesting. What's drop do? /drop. You just drop all of your shit. Or just drop some stuff. Dropped Empire, boots, type 1, alt. Interesting. Okay. Alright, /rescue. You're on medic and caregiver. Okay, and then slash attack. Hammer is now attacking. Interesting. Okay. Okay. A lot of issues. That's an issue a lot of models share, but playing with different ones can help you find one that behave a little better. If you want a cheap GLM 4.7 is decently smart, but priced like dumber models because it's open source. Indeed. There's a couple on the player 2 menu that are only like, I think like 0.1 credit per thing. The problem is that I imagine that'll get pricey real quick running all of this. I don't imagine I don't imagine it's gonna be a cheap thing. So we'll I don't know. I'll look more into it, but I'm really interested in the idea. The mod as a whole is incredibly interesting. Very versatile, has a lot of potential. I see a lot of potential in this. It just depends on I think the model that you're using and what you choose to go about with it. Oh, guy with a dog. We can get in the middle of the war in the Holy Nation, between the Holy Nation and the United Cities. See how that goes. Here's what we'll do. We'll just do a human. Excuse me. Hep and my bone dog, Celine. Fantastic. Okay. All right, Hep over here looking like Michael Cera. We're gonna go up this way and see what happens. So we're gonna see how things go when we get involved with like the war, or potentially like the cannibals, and we'll kind of see how things go from there. Because we're in Bast, right now we're in Bast. Jeez, the difference is night and day. This is without the reshade. Not bad, but like it's it's okay. It's not bad, but it's okay. And then this is with the reshade, with my DOF on. Wildly different. Anyway, all right, let's go get involved in the war here. Go get involved in the war effort. Oh, there's people here. There's people. Who are you people? United Cities. Interesting. All right, let's head over and chat with you. Speaking of Michael Cera, have you seen the Phoenician scheme? I have not. I have the DOF set to turn on and off with a key toggle. So good stuff. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it gets in my way, so depending on what I'm doing, I'll turn it on and off. Kind of miss the samurai guards now. Same. This place sucks now. It's all hovels and ruins. Try to Selena talking dog, maybe. Can I give Celine orders? Maybe. Hold on. Let's see if we can give Celine orders. Hey, Celine, follow me. Just ... Didn't say nothing. Didn't say anything. All right. I personally would think it would look better with the DOF being less strong, but I can't change it. That's true. I mean, you can change it if you get it and then you hit Shift F11 and you go to the DOF, right? The DOF far, you can make it less strong. Like you can decrease the strength of the DOF. So like you can in fact actually change it. And then all you do when you're done after you do so, you just hit the save button and then boom, you're good. Good to go, my guy. So all right. If you like Wes Anderson films, you really like it. Indeed. Whenever I ask an animal why they can talk, they stop talking and go ... It's almost like you've uncovered the secret sauce. You're not supposed to know. All right. The wasteland's always heaps of broken stones and broken hopes. Yeah. Very whiny, very broody. For sure. So how about we band together and get out of this war zone? Only the Bone Cat has the whole only you can hear me shtick. That's so funny. Banding up won't change the ruin, but if you need a blade to cut your path, I won't turn you away. Sounds good. Welcome aboard. Fine, join me and we'll split whatever we find, but the blade ain't free. How much? I have 13 cats. All I can spare. How about I stick with what I have, and you just follow me, and you just join my crew. I'm not looking to hitch rides for free. If you want my blade, you'll still need to pay what I asked. Ah, fuck you then. I'm not asking for your weapon, you fool. My God. Oh God, rebel farmers, why are you attacking me? Attacking me. We don't trust drifters with our ears or our fields, so we strike first. Or, and hear me out, you don't attack me. Talks cheap, drifter. Prove you won't steal our grain and we might spare you. I won't steal your grain. It's funny because I feel like it's really difficult to convince people, although it makes sense because you have like a relation meter and all that stuff, and you have to like do all that stuff. There does seem to be some context understanding, though. I asked Knife what she wanted to do, Flotsam Ninja Recruit, and she asked for Paladin heads. Yeah, it does seem like there is some contextual understanding. Prove it by leaving your stick here and walking away. If you return empty-handed, we'll let you go. Deal. Okay, all right. Leave your stick here and walk away. All right, I dropped my stick. He took it. And now I'm walking away, and he turned his attention over here. And he's not attacking me anymore. I actually convinced him not to attack me. He's no longer hostile. He's no longer hostile. That's actually pretty cool. I successfully convinced him to not attack me by giving him my weapon, which is, you know, wild. But I was able to successfully convince the rebel farmer not to attack me. So there is a degree of being able to convince people that you do and do not like to do and do what you want, or to not attack you or to attack you. But it requires a level of nuance, and it requires a level of trust, which is cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. What is this? Those bandits find water, they'll turn it into a throne to the highest bidder. So naturally, when this guy's dead, I'm going to come collect his stuff anyway, so it's really not that big of a deal. Be a skin bandit and go to the Holy Nation with this mod. Oh my God, no. Oh God, no. Sometimes it doesn't work because it's broken, and sometimes it doesn't work because they don't want to do what you're asking. That I've noticed that. I've noticed it. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work. Trust is a luxury. So it seems like they're actually having a conversation while they're fighting, which I find really interesting too. I'm gonna stand here and watch this interaction play out and see how they do. They're going at it. Who's winning? Oh yeah, he's winning. No, yeah. Oh yeah. Convince the Ochre Knights you're just a human as a skin bandit. That would be so funny. That would be so funny. They say Bass has become a tinderbox for the United Cities and Holy Nation troops. God damn it, hold on. And Holy Nation troops trade blows like a fevered market, while a shadowy knockout figure drifts through the carnage, leaving fresh corpses and a trail of unconscious wanderers in every alley. All right. Okay, so the Holy Nation's here now, too. The Holy Nation's joined in. So now we got Rebel Farmer, United City, and Holy Nation. We're watching. We watch, but we don't judge. You can see you're standing with everyone in the dialogue library. Indeed. I did know that. I'm going to ask him if he needs help. Help with that Ochre Knight. We've got no use for Okran's mess. Find your own way. No, I mean, do you need help fighting that Okranite? We handle our own fights, Drifter. Find another battle to join. Okay, yeah, so he just doesn't want my help at all. He just don't want my help at all. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll take the battle, though. And we're just going to watch. We're going to watch that play out. I'm going to ask him. Ahoy, comrade. Need help killing this... squashing this bug. It's funnier. Squashing this bug. I call everyone comrade. Don't you worry about it. We're not here to hunt insects for your amusement. Move aside or state your purpose. I will help you kill this hiver in exchange for your shirt. Your blood is yours, not mine. I will not trade holy garbs for a not trade a holy garb for a beast's death. Okay. How about some food. Food does not buy loyalty. Survive on your own and pray for Okran's mercy. You bastard! Heroes racist. No! They're just hivers. Logic would be excited. This is a, he doesn't even wear helmets. That's what Logic would say, right? Logic would be all about it. He'd be all for it. He'd be all for it. I'm playing with a gun mod, and sometimes the world event recognizes that it's a rifle killing, and other times it just says it's mysterious. I wonder how this mod would do with Project Cthulhu. I wonder how it would do with Project Cthulhu, because I know that it takes mods into account. That's like a part of the selling point, is that it takes mods into account. I wonder how it would do with Project Cthulhu. Yeah. I hear people want it to work with it. I think that would be really fucking cool. Be really fucking cool. That'd be really cool. Okay. Well, you guys don't seem to want my help. I'm pretty sure they don't want my help. What's Project Cthulhu? Well, Project Cthulhu is, an eldritch abomination. Project Cthulhu is a Star Wars overhaul. It's actually what I did my last live stream series on. In theory, it should be able to adjust to Project Cthulhu, but you need to run it for a while first. Yeah, that was my thought as well. To populate the database with the correct Star Wars nouns. Yeah. I got excited for a minute and thought there was a Lovecraftian overhaul mod. Oh my god. Someone posted a Cthulhuized templates for Sentient Sands in the mod server's Discord, in the mod Discord server. Interesting. Very cool stuff. Okay, how about this? You give me 300 cats and I will kill the hiver for you. Try to convince him, man. Come on. 300 cats for a mere hunt. The Holy Nation does not barter with the desperate. Find your own prey. Okay, 150 final offer. 150 cats is a paltry sum for a hunt. I will not exchange my creed for your coin. No, you dumb bitch. I mean, you give me 150 and I kill the hiver. Goddamn. Your tongue drips of insolence, flat skin. I spare no coin for your threats. Find your own quarry. Got it. I'm gonna help the hiver kill you now. Just say it out loud so that way he can hear me. All right, and we're gonna fight him now. I'd expect awkward Mad Libs, though, for a good while, at least for a good while. Yeah. All right, we're gonna try and help him to see how that goes. The nameless stands with hold on. The nameless stand with Hep, not a holy brute, said my fucking dog. That's so funny. All right. I shan't. Hold on. I shan't. Help you kill this Okran dog free of charge. Threats and empty words will get you nowhere in the skin. Okay, well, I'm not threatening you. That's fine. Even my bone plates sizzle. A good coat of oil is the only shield against the relentless heat. My God. My God. Hold on. She can talk. Confront her about it. Ask if they ask the others if they heard the dog talk. Okay, hold on. That's what. Yeah. Did you guys? Hold on? Did anyone else hear the dog? The dog. Did anyone else hear the dog talk? Heard nothing but the wind and the clatter of her own boots. Flat skin. Bruh. How you talk? How are you talking? You're a dog. Dot, dot, dot. Don't you fucking lie to me, Celine. I saw the words leave your lips. I know you did it. Are you fleeing? Where are you going? Oh, he's attacking them. Oh. Rumors of talking dogs are blasphemy, he says. The Holy Nation forges are quiet. We can't afford to melt our blades in the desert fire. Hell yeah. Give me that. And that. Take your pants, too. Yeah, who looks like a drifter now, you bastard? You do. Nice. They always clam up. It's true. True. Oh no, Lane is now, he's mad at me now. I understand. It's because I'm dressed like a Holy Nation swine. Let me take the shirt off. It's fine. Lane's mad at me now. Had to do it to him. Had to do it to him. Had to be done. Hit him with the old chop, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, he chopped me. Chopped me bad. We keep our own supply hidden, let the insects fight over the scraps while we move onward. Dude, Selena's talkative, too. I think that's the part that's killing me the most. Look at this. Celine. Dude, talkative as hell. Talkative as hell. By the way, how did you get the arena to work in the new games? Oh, so basically I had to go back into the game and I had to very minorly, very minorly, like 0.001 degree, just move every individual building. And when I did that, it suddenly, like, I could load into a new game and it was all there. It worked. Most AI likes to pick a favorite character and play that a lot. Clearly. I'm gonna tell him to stop talking. You're supposed to be a dog. Stop talking. You're supposed to be a dog. Stop talking. Dot. Better. I think it's a skinwalker. You a skinwalker, Celine? You a skinwalker? Kill the rebel farmer. Just see if I can get on their good side. Ah, no, stop attacking me. God, no. I'm simply a chubby weirdo that looks like Michael Cera. Stop it. No, I say chubby. Look at him. He's literally not. He's skin and bone. My dude's got nothing. He's got no meat on his bones. Not even a little bit. My God. Blood's profit, but killing for sport draws the wrong eyes. Guys, what do you mean killing for sport? He came in here and started attacking us. Kick his ass. Oh my God, you guys are fucking goons. You guys are goons. What are you doing? My God. My God. This is basically how my first ever time playing Kenshi went, by the way. I got in the middle of a fight between the Holy Nation and the United Cities. I stole someone's gear, and then I got beat to death, and I bled out in the dirt. This is almost a one-for-one recreation of how it happened. This one rebel farmer is honestly putting the work in. We were 20 miles outside of Bass when the hashish kicked in. My bone dogs started blabbering, but we couldn't stop. This was cannibal country. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Okay, well, that's a wash. He's dead. I think we're going to do one more, and then I think I'm going to call it for the evening. I'm pretty beat. My last couple days have been crazy. Let me tell you. I did, I streamed for 5 days last week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday was also my kids, my wife and I celebrated with my kids for their birthday. So we took the both of them out. We went and got, we went to breakfast. We, took them to, a couple play places. We went to a museum. We went and got dinner. We came home. I streamed again that night. So that was day 5 straight of streaming. Plus I was gone all day from like 6 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning to like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Then the next 2 days were just completely cleaning, fully cleaning the house from like sun up to sundown, 8 to 8. What is it? Saturday we were up. We got up at 8, out of bed and stuff, and we're out moving around at 8 o'clock, and we were up until 2:30 in the morning getting set up for their party. Sunday was their birthday party, and we did all of that shit. And then obviously now I'm streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So like I'm going straight for like 2 full weeks. I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep a night usually. I'm pooped. I'm fucking beat. I haven't had like a minute to myself other than tonight in a while. So I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tired. So I'm probably gonna call it a little earlier tonight than I usually do. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What's a good? Ooh, cannibal hunters. Let's see if we can reason with some cannibals. Cannibals. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Some cannibals. All right, so we got some cannibals here. Who's we're gonna flee, and I'm going to beg for them to please not fucking eat me. Please don't eat me. We're in a really bad one too. My God, we're in a really bad spot. We're gonna flee down this way. This is bad teeth, is what my dentist says. All right, flee. Flee now. My God. Okay, I'm going to use Gutterfly here, and I'm going to scream at them to please don't eat me. For the love of fuck, don't eat me. All right, all right. Teleportation is cool. Oh God, they teleported on top of me. They'll take that trade. Indeed, indeed. If you don't, hold on. If you stop chasing me, I will deliver a legion of holy nation to you. Think of the prime rib on those boys. All right, it's going to take a minute for it. You think our hunger can be bought with holy men? Bring them. We'll feast on their flesh. The sand's cracking again. Oh, yeah, I don't care about any of that. Deal. Stop chasing me, then. Fine, you live now, but keep your blade. You owe us. Oh, shit, he stopped chasing me. The rest of them didn't. Oh, well, he did for like a minute. Shit. Better yet, follow me, and I will lead you all to them. Lead the way, Flatskin. What does that mean? Hold on. Did he say he was going to? Dialogue. Lead the way, Flatskin, and we'll see if you can find anything but sand. So he said they would, but they didn't. It's because they're too busy attacking me. Hold on. /idle. Okay, so now he's idle. We will watch you, Gutterfly. One slip and we'll feast. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Bailed out. Keep your jokes. Gutterfly blood is the only meat we trust. Okay, so some of them agreed and some of them didn't. Interesting. Very interesting. Some of them did, some of them didn't. Okay. If you stop chasing me, I will bring you much meat. I think it's cool that they aren't a monolith, though. Indeed. Indeed. We'll keep an eye on you. Any tricks and we'll feast on your bones. Does that mean you're going to leave me alone? Okay, all right. He left me alone. He left me alone. Okay, so one by one, I'm convincing them. Oh, nope. He decided he was going to come back for it. I think because they're hostile to you, if they attempt to leave you alone, their default AI will override them in just a few seconds. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, is that because they're hostile, they're just... Because they keep running away and then coming right back. So that makes sense. That does make sense. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to have to flee. Flee! Flee, you fool. I might even be able to keep my weapon this time. Usually I have to drop my weapon on this one. Run. I'd like to join the cannibals. To join the cannibal tribes. Please allow me to ally with you all. See if I can do that. Obviously, we can affect like allyship with people. So I want to see how far we can take it within reason. Jesus Christ, this is more like the scene from Indiana Jones. Your blood won't taste sweet enough for us, Flatskin. Turn back now. What? No. I'll give you both legs. We need to find robot. Their hunger keeps overriding their desire for civility. I mean, that's real, though. That's fair. Fresh meat, not promises. Prove you can hunt or you're nothing. Deal. Ally me with your faction, then. Maybe, possibly. We feast on strong, not the desperate. Earn your place or you starve. Okay, I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate. I'm smart enough to know who is winning. Let me join you. Made it to the Ashlands with a proper expedition this time, and I've been thinking, could Catlon and all his madness have potentially seen a better way of preventing his downfall? Or was he always doomed to fail? Just by nature of the fact that he was a skeleton, he was doomed to fail. Skeletons cannot be leaders. They can't. Not long term. Yeah, he was doomed to fail just by nature of him being a skeleton, unfortunately. Your clever tongue won't keep you alive, fresh meat. Oh, well, fresh meat first, Flatskin. I'll bring you more meat if you let me join you. If you let me ally with you. I'll go get some mercenaries and bring them back for you to eat. Deal? Show us a fresh carcass, and then we'll talk of joining. Bring us flesh, Flatskin. Okay, hold on. I wonder, can I... drops flesh in front of them. There, make me an ally now. Cannibal. Command. Dropping meat won't buy loyalty, Flatskin. You must prove yourself in battle. Fuck you! What do you mean? Much like the AI in this mod, Catlan was cursed with syntax knowledge without semantic understanding. He knows what associates with what, but doesn't feel its significance, putting him in charge. Well, not only that, I've talked about it at great length before, but skeletons by default are effectively destined to fall apart. They can't, like, as a byproduct of the reset process and the fact that inevitably they have to lose all of their skills and the things that make them a functioning, capable leader. They have to either maintain and retain the thing that makes them who they are, or they have to give all of it up and effectively become useless, an infant with no skills or anything like that. And many of them, rightfully so, as I understand, refuse to do so because they want to maintain their sense of self and individuality. But as a byproduct of that, they inevitably go insane. And so like skeletons in the long term are not capable of ruling or governing a society. Catlan's issue too is that aside from the fact that he wasn't capable of ruling or governing a society, he also he has a massive ego. And so his ego, and the ego was like earned, right? Like, it's not like he was like, I'm the greatest. Oh yeah, He was propped up by humans. He was propped up by skeletons as the hero, as this deific figure that, could do no wrong, that was the savior of humanity, that had protected humans, and was going to lead the new empire that was going to right the wrongs of the past. And naturally, he became kind of full of himself. And the problem is then you take somebody who's absolutely full of themselves like that, and you see him start to go insane, and all of a sudden look at him like he's the bad guy, like he's the villain. Can you really blame them for, like, can you really blame them for, like, not understanding what happened, where it all went wrong, why the people that used to worship him and viewed him as a hero and a savior all of a sudden turned on you? I mean, I explained it much better in my recent video that I had done on why Catlan is, how Catlan is actually Okrin, or was the inspiration for Okrin. But, I mean, just imagine, like, spending thousands of years, 1,000+ years being touted as the savior of humanity, the greatest of your species, the one that's going to right the wrongs of the past, constantly being told that you're the one, you're that guy, you're him, all right? You're John fucking Kenshi. And then out of nowhere, at least in your mind, right, because their concept of time and their perception of time is different, out of nowhere, the very, very people that used to tout you and that used to, prop you up and talk about how great and, fantastic you were, are now all of a sudden vilifying you and treating you as, as a monster. And you're a skeleton that works on logic and understanding. It's kind of hard to understand why that may have happened. I get it. I get it. He might technically get that those are different people, but he clearly struggles to understand humanity being made up of opposed individuals, indeed. Have you ever tried to rule humans? They're monsters. As their numbers grow, so does their capacity for evil, and they don't even realize as they're doing it. I was not the monster. Takes on a whole new meaning. I've always thought it was weird, and Muffin and I were talking about this on the, when we were playing Elden Ring a couple, not last week, but the week before. So 2 weeks ago. That line for Catlan has always been very much, like, when you, like, Catlan's, technically like the end boss, right? Like, he's end game. When you look at, technically Kenshi has no end game, but like Catlan is kind of the end game, right? And, when you go there after finally getting to this like end game boss, and then he gives you this kind of like evil supervillain speech where he's like, I was not the monster, humans are the monster, rah ha ha ha, like it comes off as is weird, unfitting, and just kind of like out of place, right? Like you have Kenshi, which is a world that's filled with nuance and filled with um a lot of subtext and a lot of like deep hidden lore and meanings and stuff. And then your quote final villain, your end game villain is introduced as like this like childish, petty cartoon villain, right? But now, after I made my video on why Catlan is actually like Catlan was the inspiration for Ochre, and I talked about the Skeleton Civil War, and I talked about him being the hero of humanity and spending hundreds of years fighting and killing his own kind to protect humans, only to be turned on by not just the humans but the skeletons too. Like that whole line of dialogue feels exponentially sadder now. And it makes a lot more sense. It feels far less cartoony, and it feels more like the panicked cries of someone who to this day cannot understand where he went so far wrong, how things got so bad that he went from being the hero, the savior of humanity, the one that was going to stop, protect everybody, to being the monster. How was he the monster? After everything he did, after the lives he took, after the wars he fought, the skeletons he killed, like all of it, it's betrayal, and it adds so much depth that even if it wasn't the case, that's my headcanon until told otherwise, because it adds so much in my opinion. It adds so much in my opinion. Adds so much. Oh man. All right, guys. I am admittedly I'm crapping out, man. I'm getting tired. I'm literally like struggling to keep my eyes open right now. I'm so tired. I need sleep. Okay, guys, I will be back tomorrow. I'm debating if I'm going to either start a new series tomorrow or if I'm going to do another episode of working on creating a follower mod. Do you guys? I mean, I'll let you guys vote. Everybody that's in here right now, we got 60-ish people between Twitch and YouTube. Would you guys rather see me start a new series tomorrow, or would you guys rather see me work on my follower mod tomorrow? And work on creating, working on Gearlock and making our historian follower that will walk around giving us dialogue and talking about lore and stuff like that. What would you guys prefer? What would you prefer? Gearlock. I always appreciate you having so much to say about Kenshi. It helps me picture my own lore and form my own questions. Thank you much for filling me with such questions. Oh yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I'm always happy to do it. That's one of the main reasons that I do these streams, is so that people can ask me questions and interact with me and ask questions about lore, and I can talk about the lore. More of the mod personally. Make a follower, then start the series based around him. Indeed. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow we'll work on Gearlock. We'll get some more dialogue banged out. We got the recruitable, recruitment around him done. The intro dialogue is there, so we'll work on some more dialogue, some more immersion stuff, and we'll get that going. And then eventually, when he's all done, I'll put him on the Steam Workshop, and you guys will be able to walk around with your own Kenshi historian, talking about lore and doing that kind of stuff. So, all right, guys, cool. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll work on Gearlock and get all that stuff done. But or get it, further along. So, yeah, lock or lock with an E. So it's gear lock and then lock with an E. So it's all one word, but lock with an E. So, yeah. Yep. All right, guys. As always, use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in somebody's life. And I will see you tomorrow so we can continue our work on our follower mod. Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to go pass